Social Media Addiction by Margaret Trask. So, what is a social media addiction? Social media addiction is a type of behavioral addiction. What's a behavioral addiction? A behavioral addiction is a set of behaviors that a person becomes dependent upon. So, a social media addiction is a subset of a behavioral addiction that is characterized by an overwhelming concern for social media. Other behavioral addictions can include a gambling addiction. Symptoms are uncontrollable urge to use social media and devoting all of your time and energy to social media. A key point is that it must impair other areas of life to truly be a social media addiction. So do you compromise by not doing this homework assignment so you can look on social media? Are you not going and hanging out with your friends so you can use social media? Social media addiction affects 12% of Americans and 210 million people worldwide as of 2017. Other statistics involving social media addiction are 3.1 billion people worldwide use social media. That's a very large pool of people that could have social media addiction and never know it. Young single females are more likely to be addicted to social media. This can be seen by the fact that they're so obsessed with being an Instagram influencer or a TikTok famous person. They want to be like Charli D'Amelio. They want to be the next Madison Beer. 10% of teens check their phones over 10 times in one night. 74% of Americans check Facebook on the daily. 50% of the people driving while using their phones are checking social media. How do you develop social media addiction? Since the world has started its increase in technologies like the iPhone, the computer, the development of apps like Facebook and Instagram, there's been an increase in the interest of feeds, friend requests, and status updates. People now believe that social media is the real measure of their popularity and importance. They only matter as long as they have this many followers or as long as this many people like their posts. They don't care about the friends they have in school or the ones that want to hang out with them after school. Their worth is only determined by how many followers they have or how many likes they acquire. The minute this obsession with social media becomes a detriment to real life, it becomes an addiction. Using social media to avoid responsibilities, create a fake persona, or build relationships is unhealthy and creates more negative than positive side effects. This is why social media addiction is so harmful to a person's life and happiness. How do you know if you have social media addiction? Most people will never know because it's such a silent killer. Addiction Center has created this list of 6 questions to ask yourself if you believe you suffer from social media addiction. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about social media or planning how you will use it? Do your urges for social media continue to increase over time? Is there no way for you to stop thinking about it? Is there no way for you to not want to go on it? When you're not on it, are you just thinking about the ways you'll use it, what you'll post, how your feed should look? Do you use social media as a distraction to ignore personal problems? Yeah, I failed that test, but look how many likes I got on social media. Do you try to reduce social media use to no avail? Can you just not spend any time off of social media? That's all that matters. Do you use social media to the extent that impairs your ability to do work in school? I have to do that homework, but I'd rather post this picture. I really have to get that paper into my boss, but I'd rather go take a photo shoot so I can update my feed. In summary, social media addiction is an invisible but serious problem in our society. Most psychological associations don't even recognize them as a disease. One very interesting statistic states that teens who spend 5+ hours a day on their phone are twice as likely to have depressive symptoms. This shows how detrimental social media addiction can be to a person's life. With the large number of people who could possibly fall victim to social media addiction, it is very important to increase awareness about the subject. And my references.